Hi everyone, welcome to Koan's Kitchen. Thanksgiving is coming, so for today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I make the roast turkey with lemon, rosemary and garlic. In this video, I'm making the baked octopus as well. Why am I pairing them together? It's because if you combine the two dishes, you will have the famous abomination known as the Turkraken. How amazing is that? Jokes aside, they do pair well with each other because both of them are Mediterranean in style. Basically, you can have the octopus as the appetizer and the turkey as the main course. So, let's start making them! To make the lemon rosemary turkey, the ingredients of course include the turkey. This recipe is good if you're cooking a small turkey ranging from 3 to 4.5 kg. A small turkey is good for serving 6 to 8 people. Here the list includes all the ingredients for the marinade, the stuffings and the sides. You need 4 cloves of garlic, 1 lemon, a few stems of rosemary, 2 bay leaves, 50 g of butter, 4 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 onions and 3 carrots. The carrots and onions are part of the sides and I'm adding 330 g of Brussels sprouts as size for this recipe as well. You'll also need some salt and pepper for seasoning. Last but not least, if you're making your own gravy, then you will need some extra ingredients. You will need the giblets from the turkey, a few slices of ginger, a few stems of rosemary, 2 bay leaves, 40 g of cornstarch or flour, 1.5 litre of water, and half a teaspoon of sugar for taste. To start making it, first prepare the marinade. Rinse and dry the rosemary, then remove the leaves from the stem. You can do so by pinching the tip of the stem and pulling along the stem in the direction opposite to the growth direction. After that, chop the rosemary finely and put them into a saucepan. Then mince 2 cloves of garlic and put them with the rosemary. Now grate the lemon zest and put them into the saucepan as well. Reserve the lemon because we're going to stuff it into the turkey later. After that, put in the butter, the olive oil, some salt and pepper into the saucepan. Then heat them on low heat to infuse the flavor, well until the butter is melted completely. After that, turn off the heat and let it cool down. Now, preheat the oven to 160 degrees Celsius with fan. If you're not using a fan oven, please refer to the description for the temperature conversion. After that, you can start preparing the sides or stuffings. Here I already quartered the 2 onions and half the lemon. Now I peel the carrots and chop them into chunks. After that, put the onions, lemon and the carrots into a roasting tray. Now you can start preparing the turkey. First, remember to remove the giblets. Then you can stuff the turkey. Here is a list of the stuffings I use. I'm stuffing the turkey with the lemon I used earlier, half of an onion, that is 2/4 from what I just cut, 2 cloves of garlic and 2 bay leaves. I'm not stuffing too much so that it will not slow down the cooking too much. For the carrots and the rest of the onions, it's actually better to let them sit below the turkey in a tray so that they will be cooked by the drippings. They also help lift up the turkey and so you don't need a rag. After you stuff the turkey and put it on top of the carrots and onions in the roasting tray, rub the marinade around the whole turkey, and then you can put it into the oven. For the cooking time, it is 20 minutes plus 40 minutes per kilogram. Check at the last 30 minutes of the calculated cooking time by poking the cooking thermometer into the thickest part of the turkey. See if it reaches an internal temperature of 74 degrees Celsius, which is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's not, put it back to the oven, and check again at a 15 minutes interval. Bake until the turkey is done. After you put the turkey into the oven, start making the turkey gravy by making the stock first. Put in some oil and a few slices of ginger on a hot pan, then add in the turkey giblets, bay leaves and a few stems of rosemary. Stir fry a little bit and then add in 1.5 litre of water and bring to a boil. After that, let it simmer until there is only around 150 to 200 ml left. Note that you may want to remove the liver from the giblet because the liver gives a bitter taste. I like to keep the livers because I actually like the slight bitterness from it. With a bit of sugar later, it gives quite complex flavor to the gravy. While the giblet stock is simmering, it is optional for you to baste the turkey with the drippings in the tray every 30 to 45 minutes. Basting prevents your turkey from drying out, and it also condenses the flavor on the skin. Do note that basting can lengthen your cooking time, so if you want your turkey quick, you can skip this extra work. Okay, now the turkey is done and it needs to rest. First, let all the drippings pour out into the tray, then transfer the turkey onto a plate or another tray. Discard all the stuffings. For this turkey, I bake it for 2 hours 30 minutes, so I'm resting it for 2 hours 30 minutes as well. Basically, the resting time equals the cooking time. Now I'm transferring all the liquid in the roasting tray into a saucepan to make the gravy later. Around 30 minutes before the turkey is done resting, or before you serve the turkey, wash and cut the Brussels sprouts in half. Put them onto the roasting tray earlier with the carrots and onions. Season them with some salt and pepper, some olive oil, and some sugar if you like. Then, roast the vegetables in the oven for 30 minutes, again at 160 degrees Celsius with fan. Around 10 minutes before you serve the turkey, make the gravy. Transfer a little bit of the turkey drippings to dissolve 40 grams of flour or cornstarch. Here I'm using cornstarch. Make it into a paste, then transfer it back to the saucepan of drippings and start heating it until it thickens to your desired consistency. Once it is thick enough, sieve the turkey gravy to remove any lumps in it, and you can serve the turkey now with some piping hot gravy. Now for the baked octopus, the cooking time is approximately 2 hours, meaning that if you're making the Turkraken, you can start making it when the turkey is resting. So the ingredients include a thawed octopus that is around 1 kilogram, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 bay leaves, some pepper, and oregano. Note that I said thawed octopus because I recommend freezing the octopus for a few days and then thawing it in the fridge the day before cooking. The freeze and thaw process can help tenderize the octopus. If you've bought frozen octopus anyway, then you can just thaw and start cooking. To make this dish, it is very simple. Just arrange 2 long sheets of aluminum foil into a cross, then put a long sheet of baking paper on top. Now put everything in the center. After that, fold the baking paper and seal the edges. If your sheet of baking paper is not long enough, you can use another sheet to cover the octopus, then fold the edges to seal. Then fold the aluminum foil and seal the edges as well. Now you can put it into the oven and bake it for 2 hours, again at 160 degrees Celsius with fan. Now the octopus is done. If you make the turkey earlier, it should be just about time you start making the Brussels sprouts for the sides. Now, before I show how to serve the octopus and the turkey separately, it is the moment which everyone is waiting for. Here comes the Turkraken. It is really easy to assemble. Just turn the octopus head down and put it into the turkey at the rear end. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Now back to normal cooking. To serve the octopus, put it on a plate and drizzle some olive oil and some balsamic vinegar on top. Then put some pepper on and it's good to serve. Look how tender it is and how the knife just cuts through easily. As for the turkey, serve it with the sides and the hot gravy. When you carve the turkey, remember to remove the wishbone first. Make a shallow V cut along the bone and get your fingers in there to pull the wishbone out. While the dark meat is certainly juicy, note here that the breast meat is still moist. Pour some hot gravy on top and you can dive in. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. It is a bit crazy to make the roast turkey and the baked octopus together, even though they are put together for a very short period of time just for the photo. In any case, please comment down below and let me know what you think about the two recipes and your experience of making them, either together or on separate occasions. Please also like and subscribe to this channel for more cooking or baking videos in the future. See you next time in Corn's Kitchen.